Hi all, Erin here again today, and I wanted to show you a fun, kind of cool idea I had. Playing with dominoes and mixed media. Kind of came about this in a couple of different directions. I'm sure I'm not the first one to do this. But as I was cleaning up my house, what I noticed is I kept finding these little dominoes, and I know I threw away the package that the kids got, I think like 2 years ago, and I happened to come across just 2 random little dominoes, and I had them sitting on next to my computer. And I was going, I bet I could do something with those. I mean, they're a nice weight. I could decorate them up, have some fun with them, and then use them for something or just leave them as kind of a fun little thing. And then I remembered I have some mini ones, and literally I have had these little baby ones from, I think it was like a stocking stuffer, or I don't even remember where I got them. I've had them for at least 6 years. I know that. And I think I just kept a smattering of them. And so I thought, okay, well, if I'm gonna do the big ones, why don't I play with the tiny ones too? And they could be a fun little embellishment that I throw on the side there. And then I started kind of just watching some other people's videos, because I do that. I watch other people's videos, why not? And there was 2 videos. One was actually decorating the larger kind, but hers flamingos all over the front. It was really cute. It was Sandy Lee Floor. Thanks for letting me see your video. It kind of spurned my idea for where to go and the next step for this. The other inspiration I had came from Roz Willoughby, and she was doing playing cards, which is a little bit different, same idea, and she had her brayer out and she was using black gesso as the background for them. I'm like, well, I always use a paintbrush. How dumb am I not to use a brayer? So Roz, shout out to you. Thanks for inspiring me to pull my brayer, which obviously I never use. Look how pristine it looks. So let's get started. Oh, on a side note, my dominoes are completely flat. There's no ridges in them. They're just a flat little piece of plastic with a number. So I'm gonna end up doing both sides just so that it's covered, because you're not gonna tell that there's indentations. If there was indentations in here, that would just kind of add to the whole kind of cool texture of it all, but unfortunately, I don't got that. I love having a second craft mat under, shifted everything over and just made life a whole lot easier. So this is actually not even a true craft mat. It's one of those mats you put under your oven to help catch all the drippings. And I picked this up from some friends at a craft retreat one day. So how awesome is that? Now, I put way too much gesso for the amount of coverage I needed. That's okay. I'm not too worried about how perfect they are, because I want them to look kind of grungy and mixed media-ish. So let's get to drying. I have a bit of an obsession with Tattered Angels, and so I just kind of pulled out a variety of different kinds of colors that I have, and I'm just gonna play. I may not use every single one of these, but I just pulled them out in case I wanted to. You know, all these paints are a little bit different. So we're just gonna kind of play with layering on them and then using stencils. I got this one, these little fragment pieces, which are perfect because you maybe just want a little bit of something on there. Here's a heart. I may not get the whole heart on there, but I could put this part in the center so you're not gonna see that. It'll be a resist. Punchella is always nice. Here's a couple that I got from Imagination Crafts. That may just use like the dots or like the star in the middle. You don't have to use the whole thing. And then look how ancient these are. I mean, even this is starting to yellow. Does it have a date on here? Oh, 1991. Wow. So truly, I don't even know what's in here. It's been half opened, but the package has never been fully punched. I think I inherited this from somebody else, thinking, maybe I'll use it. And I may not actually use it for this because they may just be too kind of corny looking. But let's take a look, because you never know. Okay, so it's a flower pot. It's another flower pot. It's a flower. Now that'd be kind of cool if I just wanted to do like a part of a sun, or just, you know, one of these little starburst things. It has some potential. I don't really think I can use the watering can on this, unless I wanted to use like this little piece right here and just do, I don't know, I'll have to play. I could use like the fence picket part at the bottom. That'd be kind of cool. So don't always look as a stencil, it's just the way it is. Sometimes you can really kind of use it's like a zebra. I mean, it's not really a zebra, but you can use it like that, or just a little flower piece. When you're layering like what I'm gonna do, you'd have fun. There's gonna be lots of layers and then drying and layers and drying. So I'm gonna speed all this mess up so you can follow along. All right, so before I get too far into this, today is a day of pulling out tools I have not used in ages. So I'm going to pull out my daubers that I never use. I tend to use my fingers, but I'm going to be using lots of different colors and I'm going to get really, really messy. So I might just put a little dab of something in here and then wipe off my paintbrush and use a little bit of the dauber and then clean that off, or use the sponge, or I even have a regular sponge here. So that way I don't have to keep on going away and washing every 5 seconds. I'm gonna add kind of like a fun thing on the front. So I picked up just some chalk ink, something that would take a while, and then heat them. And I may do a final spray. So I'm just gonna play with some small little stamps. I just have a variety of small fun things, you know, a light bulb, or thing says things, or you know, it could be the little sun or the hand, or just kind of playing around with it and just kind of seeing what's going. I think I might do the sun in the middle here because it's got the rays already going, and just I kind of am going to try to do contrasting. If you see me wipe it off, it's because I didn't like the way it looked. So we're going to play and see what happens. Now that I made a giant mess here on my table, I know it's kind of hard to see with the sheen, so I'm going to hold them up one at a time. There we go, if we can get the, yeah. So this is one, I just kind of played with the idea that it had the rays coming out. It looks like it's got like a zebra stripe going on. It's just a very light ray. It was much darker, but yeah, that's the way it is. I probably am going to go back and put like some sort of glaze on them. There, now you can kind of see it a little bit better. You'll see it when I take a picture of it. It'll get really good. But I figure if I put a background on it, you'd see it easier. So it's kind of this one's fun, obviously. And you can see there's some layers and dimension. I didn't want to cover it all up. I definitely went with some darker fun tones because I went with the black gesso on the back. And just played, as you saw. Just kind of had fun. So I will take up close pictures. It's really hard with the glare, and there's kind of, you know, it's kind of funny weather behind me right now. So they don't picture, because obviously I used a lot of shiny things on them, but they really did turn out super cute. Now what can you do with all these fun things? You can add a clip to the back of them. And here's the cool thing. The backs look really fun too. You know, if you don't like the way the front looked, the backs looks like kind of cool because they kept sitting in all the inks and stuff. They really kind of picked up some fun colors. So just, you know, a thought. If you weren't too thrilled with the front, play with the back. So again, you could add a clip to the back so it could become a brooch. You could put little things on them, they become earrings. Use them as embellishments on scrapbook pages. Use them as embellishments on mini books. Really kind of whatever ATCs. They're not super, super thick. These ones are even thinner. Look how thin they are. They're not much thicker than you know, a really thick flower or something, or if you put a metal piece or whatever. So it's just kind of a fun little doodad that you can add. A card, why not? You could layer some of these little fun things, you know, up on a card and just kind of have fun. Not sure what I'm going to do with mine yet, but we will see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon.